welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, right here on the YouTube and the Twitch, and wherever you folks get your podcast audio worldwide, baby. We got the whole crew here. What is this, like 2 days in or 2 shows in a row? I think we're on a roll, folks. Is it 3? See, Bone Man doesn't. It's after 10 o'clock. Bone Man doesn't do math. I saved that for Alicia. Thank you.
I'm failing math. It's okay. That's a horrible person to rely on for that.
You did better than me, so you're it now.
Math's not math.
And to my left, you're right, Mr. Front Row Bill. How you doing?
Doing good, J-Bone. Doing good. Good to see everybody in the house. Would you say we are live via satellite like our world champion?
Oh, apply cold water to burn. You kind of knew that it was going to end up this way, and I can say this just as a wrestling fan. I can appreciate the effort they put into it because not everybody, and okay, for example, Alicia, she doesn't watch NXT. Yeah. So the fact that they put the clip from NXT that Trick Williams showed up on NXT with the TNA world title and then also had the confrontation with Mike Santana, that's good because that should be on this show. That's all part of the fallout. So that's good. That's good programming. So then that keeps everyone in the loop. It's Trick NA, folks. Love it or hate it, it's Trick NA.
Sell the shirt.
What's that?
Sell the shirt.
It should be a shirt. In fact, for those of you that know, and I have my own shop, there's 2 Trick Williams shirts, brand new, for sale. Go in the old Discord. You'll find the link. There you go. If you know, you know. And so yeah, guys, we have a brand new world champ. This is all fallout from the weekend. There was so much going on. My goodness. I don't know how Bill kept his head on straight. He was traveling all over the place. He went to, well, first there was the Under Siege.
Uh-huh.
And then there was the Saturday, that's different. The Saturday night's main event, that's different. But there was the Battleground, which had the main event of Trick versus Joe. But that same night had the Zoomify show that, Bill, you went to. You can talk about it briefly if you want. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. And it's not like we're going to do a full review. We were contemplating doing it, but we didn't. So if you just want to talk about your experience by the falls, you didn't jump in a barrel, did you?
Oh, okay. Did I come close?
Are you really?
If we had done a review, which I anticipated us almost doing, that could have been the cover, is me almost in a barrel.
That's crazy.
But I did not make it into the barrel, sadly. But I was pretty close to the barrel.
Sadly.
Like, look, I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge of the falls.
Whoa, the water's like right there. Wow.
Yeah,
that's where Superman 2 was. That's where the kid fell in.
That is where the kid fell. I'm about to go into the falls. Woo!
Was the kid in a barrel?
No, did you, Alicia? Did you ever see Superman 2?
I probably did when I was young and have no recollection of it.
So the beginning of the movie has Lois Lane and Clark Kent posed as a married couple
For Hot Scoop.
for some hot scoop. They're covering something at Niagara Falls, and there's a group of people going over the falls or whatever they were covering, some special event. And there's this smart ass kid not listening to his parents, and he's on the water side of the railing, and he's going like this, and then he's going like this, and then he's going like this, and then oops, slips. Oh, he fell.
That's convenient.
And Clark Kent's like, really? I'm in a suit here. I got no phone booth to jump into. What the hell?
Does he jump into a barrel?
And follow it. No. No, I forget exactly how it goes, but Superman saves the kid, and Lois is like, Clark, where'd you go? Clark, So, and then she's like, wait a minute.
Starting to put it together.
Starts doing that math,
Steiner math.
Right? Great movie. Completely underrated. There's a lot of people that actually like Superman 2 more than the first one. But
What?
Oh, yeah. I just learned the other day. I know we're just like totally off the rails. I'll say this and then we'll continue. I just learned the other day that there is another cut of part 2 done by someone else that was released on DVD in 2006 that I've never seen before. And I'm like,
well, the first one, there's the Donner cut. Like the first one has an alternate
right. And the first one's totally different. That had to get the Donner cut's the reshoot. But anyways, I digress. So what the hell are we talking about? Oh yeah, TNA. All right.
We're talking about Border Brawl, Jake.
We're talking about Border Brawl by Niagara Falls. That's how we got off track here.
This show.
Oh yeah. Bill, how was your experience at Niagara Falls?
It was good. It was my first time in because I always cruise by it on my way back from Canada. So I was always like, oh, one of these times I got to stop at Niagara Falls and take it in. But I never did. I'm always like, I can get home a little quicker. So, but this time, obviously with the show there, I checked out of the hotel in Brampton, Ontario, made my way straight there, got there hours before the show. So I'm like, I'll parked, took a walk, walked to the falls, walked back, and was still plenty early. So was hanging with some of the fans as they were showing up. Definitely was not sure what to see because this was a show that came about 3 weeks before. It was only 3 weeks notice. Obviously, this was a Zonify exclusive show, but obviously featured TNA heavily. Other than a few people, it was all TNA. So, but kind of going in there because it's the convention center in Niagara Falls. So the right building in the area, it is right across the border. So for the concept they had of USA versus Canada, which they were doing a lot of obviously tongue-in-cheek, playful, political back and forth. But it was going to pit everybody against each other. In the end, spoiler alert, it's a tie.
Everybody wins.
Both countries, everybody wins. But how do they settle in the end? They unite Canada and USA to fight the system. So everybody was against the system.
I see. I see what they did there.
They all had the same allegiance when it was against the system. But obviously got to see some people, the return of Ali, who was a team captain for Canada. Good to see Ali back.
Yay.
That's
and
wild.
reunite with
how did
Courtney
she look?
Rush. She looked good.
Yeah.
And then on Team USA, there was Barbie Blank, formerly known as Kelly Kelly.
Wow.
Never a TNA connection, so that was a
Cool.
kind of first time seeing her associated with it. So
That's wild.
And then Also with Team Canada, one of my old favorites, the Mountie, Jacques Rougeau. He had his cattle prod and he was gonna get his man, so that was fun.
Was he dressed as a
But
Mountie?
oh yeah, of course he was.
Oh
If
boy!
you're the Mountie, you dress as the Mountie,
You
J-Bone.
play the part, bro.
Especially in Canada.
Because I remember
You're a national
Stop
treasure.
being the Mountie.
I remember him as like one half of the Rougeau brothers.
He was half of the Rougeau, the fabulous Rougeau brothers.
The fabulous
with
Rougeau
Raymond.
brothers.
Raymond Rougeau.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, I also enjoyed that tag team. But no, I was a fan of that. But no, it was fun, and obviously, I go in kind of met some people I knew, but some new people there, some more locals that were attending the show. So great to see. Obviously, the base, and in an amusing note, there was like a indie wrestling show that was, I guess, already on the books, like literally almost across the street.
Oh,
Which was kind of funny, like that happened.
interesting.
So a lot of the people I think were finding out about TNA, and they were kind of coming on over to the event as it was beginning. Because remember, this was an early start because they didn't want to compete with Battleground, obviously, later that night. So it was a 5 o'clock start. So doors opened about 4. But setup wise, if you see pictures or if you watch the event, it is free. You can still watch it on Zonify, so feel free to watch it later. But the production, total TNA production, like it was like going into a set of TV tapings. Like a lot of it was the same setups. They pretty much brought the whole production from Brampton to Niagara Falls.
Wow.
Obviously, the big difference, a little bit of the tunnel, which I really liked, because it was kind of like one of those old school, like people were coming, like you would start seeing them appear from a distance. It was a pretty cool look.
Yeah.
Like it was a farther walkout until the stage. And then obviously they had one side USA, one side Canada, like the big flags draped over. It was feeling like you were walking in the Rocky IV or something like that. But with Canada instead of the Soviet Union. So obviously I get through the doors and I make a beeline to the USA side, figuring that's where I should be. And then I did have a sign. You might see at some point. I was supporting Team USA.
Nice.
So
see, that's funny, because usually you're at the shows, and I'm just thinking of all the times where you were like, rooting on like Josh Alexander, holding up the Canadian flag.
I did have the Canadian flag. It was in my bag, but I was there. I had to pick a side, at least initially. But I'm there supporting. I supported many people. I was there on both sides.
Okay.
But yeah. So, but it was good. Some different matchups, some different ways of like, because not your typical match structure.
Right.
But no, it was a good show. I recommend. It was fun. It was lighthearted. It's not like as wild as like IPWF or something like that, but it's kind of in that vein. It's not like the serious canon. It's
so it's nothing that took its. It's nothing that took its. Yeah, for nothing that took itself too seriously.
No.
Okay.
If that's what you're looking for, wrong show.
Okay. Fair enough.
Gotcha. All right. Let's I don't want these to get lost in the sauce. So let's we got some early super chats here. Let's cover that, and then we can talk a little more news before we jump into tonight's episode of TNA Impact. All right, so we got Dr. Gerbs in the house here with the super chat. Thank you very much, brother. In fact, he's got 2 here back to back. Mad Vocat, you already know. Welcome to the roster. Evil Incarnate, Clary Sage, Blue,
Hyacinth.
Thank you. Plus Amber Musk. Oh my God. Scent of Otis Cougar.
Cougar.
Cougar. Also, check out the rebrand Violet Leaf, Cedar, Jasmine, Leather, and Notes of Tobacco. Scent of EC3. And then the next one here. Exodus Beard, formerly Control Your Beard, as in control your narrative. And pronunciation of last week's is Bougie Ghetto Est. Okay. But I'm assuming bougie. Okay.
Bougie.
So thank you, Dr. Gerbs, for all the beard product placement there.
Hey, and you know what? Because I know there's some other product placements that are going viral right now. Certain soaps. So support the old beard oil from the Mad Beard instead of some weird branding soap.
There you go.
Oh, are we, the Sam Sweeney thing? Or is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The what?
All right. So
have you not heard, J-Bone?
I just heard about it a couple hours ago.
I live under
I think
a
it's
rock.
been recent. I think it's recent. I think it's
yeah.
It's only a couple hours old.
So Sam Sweeney is an actress, and Dr. Squatch. Sydney Sweeney. Thank you. Dr. Squatch is a soap brand. You can get it at like Walmart and stuff like that, or order it online.
Oh yeah, I've seen the commercials a million times. Yeah, great brand.
Announced a partnership where they're going to be making, was it like 5,000 limited edition, 5,000 bars of Sam's soap made with Sam Sweeney. Why do I want to keep calling her Sam Sweeney? Sydney Sweeney's bathwater. Hygienic, right?
The J-Bone face is an all-timer right there.
I saw a meme in regards to this, and I'm still mentally laughing about it. It's the kid from A Christmas Story with the soap in his mouth.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh.
I think of the classic line. One of my favorite all-time movies, and I haven't watched it in a long time, was The Color Purple. It's an incredible.
I know what you're talking about.
Incredible movie. And there's a scene in one of the local juke joints.
Yeah.
And there's a lady that's she's either dancing or singing or whatever she's doing, probably a little bit of both. And some guy comes up to her and he goes, "Baby, I drink y'all bathwater," and that just like reminded me of that scene.
That's basically.
So that's yeah.
So
wow.
I hate to dispel the people who might potentially buy this, but that's unhygienic, and they won't be actually using her bathwater. Just so everybody's clear on that.
That's
just
great to like get people's heads
a signature
turning.
scent.
Yeah,
and they're just marketing like that because it's her bathwater, but it's just a smell.
So, all right. So
it's that lavender bath bomb she likes to use, or whatever it is.
All right. So I'm gonna. Oh, look! You type in Sydney, and the second thing is Sydney.
Watch yourself, J-Bone.
Oh,
is Sam Sweeney a wrestler?
Oh,
I feel like it's someone I might have gone to high school with.
Okay, I know Larry Sweeney.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say that I recognize that name. Yeah.
Like
so what is she? I recognize her. What was she in?
She's an actress. She was in stuff I've never seen, but
she was in Madam Web.
Okay, a Marvel movie, and she was in that show with Zendaya.
Yes, that was her breakout.
Who?
Oh,
Spider-Man's girlfriend. Okay, I recognize her, but I know I've seen her in something, and I recognize the name. I just don't know what the hell I saw.
Romantic comedies or something like that. I don't know. I don't watch movies, guys. I'm not up to par on anything that's come out in the last.
I watch. See, and I watch a ridiculous amount of stuff, and sometimes I watch so much stuff I go, wait a minute, what the hell was I just watching?
I've just been watching a lot of history on YouTube.
Oh, that's good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, so Sydney Sweeney.
So anyway, Bathwater was TNA.
Wow.
How did we get off track? Sorry, guys.
I
Really
don't know. It's funny because Sydney Sweeney actually looks like who the hell we were just talking about from the Canadian show? Allie. She looks like Allie. It's funny. Anyways, we continue.
I thought you were going to say she looked like she should be part of Elegance.
Well, that too, but we'd have to keep it PG because she's in the bathtub in the picture. Anyways.
It's all about PG here. Don't want to get taken off Twitch.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, what are we? Rob Van Dam and
Van Dam.
Forbes?
Oh,
and that other chick?
Katie Forbes,
cream, baby.
Oh, Katie Forbes' girlfriend or whatever. Yeah. The whipped cream bra. Yeah. Oops.
Oops.
No more Twitch. All right. That was a fun episode. Anyways.
That shit was funny as hell.
All right, now on a little more serious side for those a little more corporate minded, and I'm not going to read this whole thing because my head's going to fall off because it's so many big words. I don't read big words after 10 o'clock. You guys know this, but I'll read part of this, and then Bill can kind of fill in the blanks if there's anybody that doesn't get what I'm talking about. So this is a little press release.
Sorry. I was just reading the comments.
Okay. What who dropped this originally, Bill?
About the president, Carlos Silva.
Carlos Silva.
TBA.
And by the way, before I read this, can we just cover one thing about Carlos Silva? God bless him. But what was he wearing at Battleground?
What do you mean?
What was he wearing?
I didn't see.
He had the most generic mall-made.
Oh, is that
hat.
the hat guy?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks thrilled.
I love that hat. I told him they should sell that hat.
That is the most generic looking, like last minute, I gotta stick a logo on my head hat. Look.
I told him what I even thought it reminded me of. Do you remember Floyd Mayweather? And he had his money team hat and logo and all of his brand and stuff. That's what it looks like.
Alicia's like, no.
I like it.
I don't watch the punchy sports.
And now he's a meme. His displeased look is now a meme.
Yeah, because the meme was his displeased look, the hat, and then Trick holding the championship. Yep, there's your new champ. Put a smile on that face.
Don't look too excited,
Mr. President. No, I mean it made sense. Hey, Daniel Spencer in the chat. What's up?
We got Penzer, we got Spencer. Watch out, things could get heated.
Oh, it's gonna get crazy. Yeah, just pop your popcorn, folks. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna read just a portion of this. All right, so this is it says Navio Networks has signed a multi-year agreement to serve as the exclusive sales agency for Anthem Sports Group's portfolio of fast and connected TV properties, including TNA Wrestling and Fight Network. Under the arrangement, Navio will oversee ad operations and programmatic monetization, Jiminy Christmas, across ASG's ad-supported streaming platforms. That's a mouthful. I'll read this next one, and then I'll turn it over to Bill for filling in any blanks here. In addition to ad sales, the Los Angeles-based firm will assist with distribution, strategy, and streamer carriage expansion. Ooh, okay. I think I understand that. As Anthem sings, take two. As Anthem seeks to broaden reach and improve revenue performance across its digital assets. There you go. If you don't understand that, I'm going to try to break that down simply. Is from what I understand, they are going to help these TV properties grow, as in get a bigger audience. Is that what I'm reading here, Bill?
I don't know. I think there might be part of that into that, but I take it as more. It seems like it's in that world of like the Roku and Pluto and just more content, getting more eyes on content, another way of delivering TNA, but obviously other Anthem with Fight TV and all. So I think it's all still about promoting there, but I don't see that as like, oh, this is the entity that's brokering the big TV or streaming deal. That I don't see. I think that's already an ongoing process, and there's a lot of people involved with that.
Okay, so yeah, it's just,
but it doesn't hurt.
No,
doesn't hurt.
No, it's something that Anthem is doing to help broaden sales abroad. So I use the same word in this twice in the same sentence. I don't know if that helped, but
I'm not even going to pretend I understand this conversation.
Right. It's just too late for these big ass words. All this corporate mumbo jumbo. My wife understands it, don't you? She says, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, all right. I guess she does. All right. But yeah, so there you go. Anthem's got new sales partner out of LA. So just something to help the product. That's always good. And that's what Anthem's been doing, is trying to help grow their brands, especially TNA. So just another positive. So just quickly looking at the news page. Oh, this was fun. So this was briefly gone. They showed footage of this during the show, but I didn't write it down in my notes. At least I don't think I did. And if I did, whatever, I'll just glaze over it. The Nemeth threw out dual ceremonial first pitches on the 28th in Arizona at a Diamondbacks game this past Wednesday or yesterday.
Very nice.
Yeah, and that's promoting the June 6th and 7th TNA live events at the Mullet Arena on the campus of Arizona State University. So that sounds very exciting, and get some.
Congrats to the Nemeth boys.
Get some butts in the seats.
They did TNA proud.
They did. They didn't, they threw the ball in the right direction. That's I'm just saying.
They did not botch. They did not botch. I was watching J-Bone. I had my eyes on them, making sure they didn't let the brand down, and they did okay.
Like, third base. No.
So I might have to at the show be like, good arm, nice arm.
Right. I think they almost got it to home plate. It's always a bonus. Yeah. So yeah, good stuff. Now,
J-Bone, I know we're in the middle of news, but David Penzer, he's like, any input on my original question about Tuesday? I got to go to bed soon. We gotta answer David Penzer's question before you go to bed.
You go for it. What was his original question?
His original question had to do what happened on NXT on Tuesday.
Okay.
So let's give a little bit. I know J-Bone and the Ramblers were talking about this on Tuesday, but now see what the TNI crew has to say. Just looking for a comment here. There's actually been quite a number of comments in the chat already today, which is great to see. You would think we went off topic and got everyone talking.
Just a little.
Just a little. Here we go.
Talk about Superman and Niagara Falls and shit.
There you go. Bill and Company, curious to hear what you think of this Tuesday. I really hope that they wait for BFG to make the change.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we got a title match coming because that Mike Santana showed up this past Tuesday at NXT.
Right. And so he did a lot more than just had his, let's just say exhibition of a match with Davian Heights, I believe his name was.
Correct.
From I can never remember the name of the group. It's William Regal's kids group. Okay, just put a simple little bow on it.
Charlie Dempsey's,
yeah. And by the way, it was a great match. Yeah, Tavian Heights is no slouch, and I was assuming that's all we were getting. Obviously, Mike Santana is there, so he's staying close to the championship. Like he said, he was going to keep an eye on him. Daniel Spencer. We'll read that in a minute. So he has his match. Trick is spitting his stuff. And by the way, this outfit that he was wearing, wild, absolutely wild. I'm going to get that made for my action figure. It's probably going to cost me a bit, but I'm going to have it made, and then I'll show it off here on the show because that's just dope. I mean, it's Seth Rollins outfit level dope. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm digging it.
Moo.
I'm moo. Was that you trying to boo like a cow? Anyways, all right. So Mike Santana shows up mid promo, and it's like, oh, and he's like, hey, basically challenging him. He's like, not so fast, Trick NA. I got on the cover here. It's like, I'm gonna get that title back to TNA where it belongs, and I'm like, oh crap, are we already doing this? I mean, I'm thinking we're gonna have a slow burn. They're gonna be at a few similar, same events. At least
I've been told by the TNI fan this was Slammiversary. This match,
right? It's what we all been saying because he's from where? New York City.
New York City.
New York City. So, and then all of a sudden, Santino shows up on the old screen of Rooney behind him. Via satellite. And says, so you're going to face each other for the TNA Championship next Tuesday. And I don't know when Santino turned Chinese, but that was just a horrible accent.
You did bad, J-Bone.
Sorry.
That wasn't a good Santino.
I usually do okay, but I'm sorry.
You son of a gun.
You son of a gun. Right. So I was like, oh, crap. Next Tuesday, we're getting Mike Santana versus Trick NA, Trick Williams.
Trick NA.
Now, do I think Mike is going to win? No. I'd be shocked if he won the title that fast and took it off a Trick.
No,
that would be kind of weird.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
It'll play out.
I
don't think he's going to be allowed to just walk right into NXT and get that belt. Like, he's going to have to work for it.
I got a feeling Trick is going to have someone attack Um, great old school commercial. Yes, that's the old salsa commercial. New
That's
York
right.
City.
Where do they make this salsa? New York City.
New York City.
Get a rope.
Good stuff.
We gotta be careful how you say that.
El Paso salsa.
Yeah, it's one of
That's right.
those. Yeah. So yeah, it feels like they're kind of rushing this in a sense, but we gotta see how it plays out because I mean I'm excited for it. You know, it's like, oh, you know, they got people talking, they got people heads turning, and let me tell you, that audience knows who Mike Santana was. It's great to see. They popped. So
Definitely knew who he was.
so yeah. Any thoughts on it, Bill? And
It
or
is
Alicia?
interesting how quick that they're doing this on TV. And we
So
also
soon?
obviously we got to address that we already know the winner is going to against all odds. Phil Collins, cue the music, against Elijah. So the winner already gets Elijah. That's the next match.
Wait.
So
So you're saying that Phil Collins is going to be like the ring enforcer, kind of like how Lish was today?
oh, look out for Lish.
Trouble.
Think Eli might have it. Dark
Oh.
State costs Mike Santana, though. That he does have a crew. And there it is. Bonus baby. Nailing it. What was that? Pace picante sauce? Pace,
Oh, yeah.
baby. It was definitely Pace.
Yeah, definitely Pace. Yeah, the old Pace picante.
Does that even I don't think that even exists anymore, does it?
Oh, sure. It's one of the longest standing like store brand salsas, yeah.
All right. I don't look at the store brand salsas that much.
Yeah. Yeah, you got that one. You got well, there's different chip brands too that have it either in the chip aisle or the salsa or the ethnic section of the store.
I might have to get me some Pace picante.
Oh, it's so good. So good. Yo, Chi Chi's is still a brand.
Oh yeah, I knew Chi Chi's was still hanging around.
Yeah, any thoughts, Alicia, about what you saw? Like I said, for the clip from NXT on Tonight Show.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't got much to say on that other than it's gonna be a little drawn out.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be no title changes Tuesday.
Yeah,
it will be saved until Slammiversary, as David Penzer suggested. Because if you go into this whole storyline, it doesn't make sense to have some type of blow off immediately. You wait for Slammiversary.
And then he comes back strong in New York for the title or something. Yeah. It
There'll
makes
be
sense.
some kind of stipulation. Someone will be involved, and Dark State can't be the problem that they're going to be next Tuesday.
Yeah. Dark State looking like Shield 2.0. All right.
Oh, look at you, Alicia. You and David Penzer with the same taste in furniture. I used to have that same couch.
Maybe it is your couch. I got this for $75 over at the Goodwill. So
oh, maybe it made its way.
Maybe it made its way up north or south. I don't fucking know where you are.
Nice. David's in Florida, I think, isn't he?
Oh, so up north.
Maybe
he is. He's poolside, as we always like to say.
Poolside, yes, poolside. About to be bedside. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
oh,
aren't
yeah.
we all?
Yes. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers news-ish stuff.
That's some good news-ish stuff.
Okay. Let's jump into tonight's show. But before we do, I just want to remind you folks, please smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Check out the links in the description for the merch and other socials. And so 2 knockouts that were featured on tonight's show. By surprise, I was pleasantly surprised. Were give me a second here.
Myla Grace and Harley Hudson.
Thank you. I was trying to. I wrote it down. I was trying to find it in my notes. Yes, Harley Hudson and Myla Grace. Thank you. Yes. Please, folks, go watch, whether it's on TNA Plus or I think it's on YouTube. Like just a few days later, they put it on there, the TNA YouTube channel. Go watch the match that they had in the latest episode of Explosion. You will not be sorry. Let me tell you, these 2 girls going out
Goyles.
These 2 girls going out there. And they have crowd, and look, it's not a surprise. It is not a knock on them, but zero crowd reaction. They don't know who they are, which understandable. At least they didn't get a who. They didn't get a "Who are you?" chant or some bullshit like that. But these girls, move by move, put on an amazing match against each other, told a story, and made several close finishes, and move by move, bit by bit, minute by minute, this crowd got behind them full freaking blasts. And it was great to see. Like by the end of the match, fans were standing out of their seats applauding these 2 girls, and they sold them on the match. Great to see. And it doesn't always happen. So please, guys, go watch their match. You got a dose of it in the episode tonight because they showed them together in the ring and then they hugged, and that was post match. But go watch the match. You won't be sorry.
They're a team now?
I guess I was a little surprised because there was a little conflict during the match, but that's just to make it like, oh, okay,
I know fairies when I see them.
All right, Alicia, who's in the camera here?
This is Gunther.
That's Gunther?
This is Gunther, good boy.
You're not saying it right. You got to say, Gunther!
Gunther. He's my little bunny honey boy.
Oh, man.
Oh, am I embarrassing you?
Oh, just, yeah. He's Mom, I'm part of Imperium, damn it. Say my name right. Quit kissing me on my head. God.
He's so cute. He is cute old man.
He's very handsome. He's a great looking cat. I had a cat by the name of Sebastian. We called him Sabby. That looked exactly like that. Beautiful cat. All right. There you go. Gonna check it out, Shabo. Thank you. Gary Rossetti. Great match between them on Explosion. See? There you go. Get them talking about it. But yeah, I wanted to mention that before we jumped into the episode. Otherwise, I was gonna just totally forget and gloss over it. All right. We're starting out hot here with some tag team action. Number 1 tag team contendership match. Fatal 4-way for these tag teams. And now, shortly before I went live with the live reaction, there was footage that got released on social media about Octagon Jr. getting a beatdown from the System, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. And he is just pummeled. He's just, he's writhing on the ground. It's just, he's dying. He's dying. And so he was not going to be a part of this match. I was hoping Laredo. Now they're calling him Laredo. They're not calling him Laredo Kid anymore. So I guess he's not a kid.
He's no
anymore.
longer a kid. He's grown.
He's all grown up. He's all grown up. So Laredo.
Why did the Britney Spears song "Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman" pop into my head for that?
What?
Have you ever? She came out with it when that movie she did came out. It's a real song.
Crossroads?
Crossroads, yes.
I have heard it, but I haven't heard it in about 25 years, so you'll have to excuse me.
Yeah, well,
I thought you were going to drop a little "Oops, I Did It Again."
Nah.
Much better song.
She's been through too much.
Leave
that girl alone.
Leave Britney alone.
She's been through a lot. Anyways, so yeah, Laredo's all grown up, no longer a kid. However,
you got J-Bone going now.
Sorry, it's late. I think we're all sleep deprived. But the sillies.
You think that's sleep deprived, Alicia? We went live at like 3:30 in the morning the other day.
I know. I got the notification.
Yeah.
But bless your hearts.
Way to go, Bill! You woke her up. Ping! What the hell are these guys doing? All right. The Rascalz versus the System, consisting of Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. The Aztec Warrior, just Laredo, not Warriors, versus, it's, got to be proper English here, versus First Class, AJ Francis and KC Navarro. I tell you, man, every time these guys come out to a new match together, they got the matching gear. I'm just, man, they're looking they're looking fly. How about that? How about that for an old man term? Mm-hmm. They're looking funky fresh. Anyways, but yeah, thoughts on the tag match?
Oh, a lot going on here in this opening tag.
It's wild.
A lot of back and forth. Everybody's kind of getting their thing in early. But we did have obviously got to the outside. Things all like obviously all kinds of things where the Rascalz are going over the top and all.
Topes.
Yes. So, but no, in the end, it was like obviously Laredo as the lone competitor, it was going to be tough for him to come out on top against these other teams. So in the end, he did take the pin, and to the Rascalz' advantage, they got the pin. So they're getting the title shot against the Nemeths at against all odds. At against all odds. I think that's how we gotta sing it every time we say the name of the live special.
I'm trying to think of how the song goes. I gotta. Yeah,
there's a song.
I gotta take a. Yeah, it's an old Phil Collins song from like 40 plus years ago. It's a classic. Anyways.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Rascalz get the win. They are the number one contenders. Good for them. And then we jump to the Nemeth brothers backstage. They are not impressed. Not impressed, guys. So, okay, whatever, And next we got with pleasant surprise. We were just talking about this, the Myla Grace, Harley Hudson promo, and talking about where they came from.
You did put it in your notes.
I did. I couldn't remember where it was.
Brain fart.
Good job, J-Bone.
Yeah, thank you. It was a stinky one. It was number one. It was a great promo. It's like we always say it's like, let's introduce them properly. Where are they from? Why should we care about them? And they hit all the bullet points. They did great. Thoughts on this promo about the twoist Jiminy Christmas. It's water, I swear to God. Two newest knockouts in TNA. Go ahead.
I think it should be interesting to see them. I'm unfamiliar with their work prior to, but they've got a cool look, and from the sounds of it, they're winning the fans over quite quickly. So it should be exciting to see what they can accomplish here.
Alicia, I'd like to get your opinion because I know you're a fan of this exercise. But I believe, I forget which one it was, if it was Myla or Harley. But I think they're actually asking the fans what their tag name should be. Any suggestions?
Oh.
Chat, give your suggestions. What should this tag team be named?
They're both pretty flashy, so maybe I don't know.
I say the Fae. Because they're fairies. Come on, guys.
There you go. See, we got
like, I keep saying it, but I know a lot of people that reference is going over your heads.
It's definitely going over my head. I'm thinking of Tinkerbell flying past me right now.
Well, I mean, you're not far off, but I'm just saying they're from Ireland, right? And Ireland is rich.
Well, one's from Ireland.
One's from Ireland and one's from the
UK.
Okay, well, either way, the UK, all of it is rich. European history is rich with fae, folklore, and all that stuff. You got brownies and fairies and pixies and all the fun stuff. And yeah.
Oh,
they're dangerous.
Oh.
Yes.
As opposed to like, oh, they're so cute and fluttery, and no, they're
there's a reason they say don't piss the fairies off,
right?
Because they'll make your life a living hell. Leprechaun movies. That's a prime example of pissing off the fae.
There you go.
Leprechaun movies.
There you go. Yeah,
a new British invasion.
They're fae folk. Would you quit beating me up?
The UK fae.
No, let's just the fae.
Okay, all right.
The
fae. All right. Because if you say it too fast, it sounds like you're saying buffet. It's like, they'll come
I know. Listen, bro. I know where your mind's at.
Whoa!
Oh,
no, the buffet, the food,
the food buffet,
food. Yes.
See, that's maybe I wasn't wrong. Jesus Christ.
My wife went shopping today, so there's I'm thinking about all the stuff she got. There's donuts in the other room. There's chips on the other side of this monitor here.
What kind of donuts?
Bavarian cream.
Oh, the best. All right, never mind.
Bavarian cream donuts.
I've got nothing to say.
And then there's like a box of like the mixed dozen, whatever. But yeah,
so there's donuts galore.
It is. It's donut
mania. I picked up a box of donuts today.
Did you?
But I on Thursdays I bring a box of donuts to a customer, so I do not indulge in any of the donuts. Though.
RJ says apparently they're friends of Zaya Brookside's. Could be, but I feel like she's got another path going on right now. So yeah, we'll see. But nonetheless, two great knockouts. Great signings from TNA.
There you go.
Next we got Mustafa Ali versus Raj Singh. And short but sweet match. I think Raj Singh, for those of you that maybe didn't catch it, I didn't catch a lot of it. I saw it in a promo because I missed a good chunk of Under Siege. I got to go back and watch it. I missed a lot of stuff.
Fair enough.
I'm missing it all. So Raj Singh is from Brampton. Am I saying that right? The town that they're in for
Brampton.
the show?
Yes.
Okay. So he's like the local hero, because when he came out for Under Siege, they're like, boo, you suck. What? They're doing the what chants. I'm like, come on. Obviously, he wasn't out there to befriend him. He was out there to confront him, And as soon as he's like, but hey, just wait a minute, guys. I'm from here. And then everyone's like, oh, okay. And then they're like, oh, okay, well, now we love you. Now we love you because you're from here. You're a local guy. Okay, we love you. So that turned it around real quick. So then these two are facing off against each other. They had the tag match. Now they had the one-on-one. Raj Singh not faring so well. So I guess Raj is back. I don't know for how long.
Well,
we'll see.
He was back for the loop. We'll see if he's beyond this loop.
We'll see. Yeah.
Because you got to remember another reason. Remember at Under Siege, he was replacing an injured Ace Austin.
Oh, yeah. And that's kind of how they wrote him off. Yeah. Which is sucks, but it is what it is, because he's gone now.
So I would not maybe look too far into that. Could have been a very last minute. We need somebody to replace him.
Oh,
so,
absolutely. Yeah.
And Ace did kind of yesterday post his first social media saying that he is a free agent.
Yeah. And hey, he looks like $1 million. He's got some new gear on. He's holding up the card. He's ready. He's going to get signed. I just don't know where, because the kid is way too damn talented to get passed upon. We'll see. Best of luck to him. I'll still be a fan. I'll still watch, but we'll see.
Support the Ace.
Yeah, gotta support the Ace. We love him. Now, what happened next post match really just disturbed me. And I think part of it is I've been like listening to all these stories about the Diddy trial and the horrible things that are going on. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing Mustafa Ali grab Tasha Steelz by the hair, whip her head back, and he's like screaming at her, and she's like, ah. And I'm like, holy shit, what is going on?
I'll tell
here?
you, Ali, we saw it obviously with Santana and like the AA and the whole dependent, and we've had this discussion, like the really touching on like real life stuff, and him like kind of like his going too far abusiveness. Ali directed a lot at Tasha. I'll tell you, they're teetering on lines with this stuff, and I know that's what they're kind of looking at. Like they're hovering on this, and it's obviously to bring heat to Ali. But it's
big time.
It is definitely for maybe some squeamish fans on some of this stuff. It's definitely going to be some pushing some needles.
Sorry, Critical Sting. My bad.
Yeah. The only wrestling podcast devoted to TNA where you'll hear about Diddy and Sydney Sweeney and Superman and sometimes wrestling.
We're cool. We're hip.
We get jiggy with it.
What do the kids say? Riz?
Riz.
Oh, Riz for days. Yeah, Riz. All the
for days.
All the days. All the Riz.
Remember when Cool Beans was the hip word?
Oh,
Cool Beans.
Can we go back to that?
Cool Beans. Well, I say it anyway. I don't give a shit.
It's funny you say that. I was one of my friends called me at lunch today and then said Cool Beans. So we're
Cool Beans.
It's coming back.
It's coming back full circle.
It never left. It never left.
It never been.
Trendy.
Oh man. All right. So yeah, it was a little sensitive to the eyes. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting that, but obviously we're seeing Ali become more and more unhinged. Any comments, Alicia?
Repeat that.
Just about what he did to Tasha was like shocking. And what was your reaction?
I don't love it, and I don't want to get further into it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's plain and simple. Yeah, it was a little uncomfortable,
Hey, listen, they're all guilty of shit storylines occasionally, so let's just move on from that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Thanks, Daniel Spencer. Oh God. All right. So yeah, we'll see where this storyline goes. Then we get the injury report. Sponsored by Bioflex. Bioflex. I almost said Biodome.
Who did have they had a kind of a whole thing set up at these tapings and Under Siege.
Anybody see Biodome out there? Anyways,
I saw
I don't know.
one of the Pauly Shore classics.
It is with Stephen Baldwin, right? I think he's the other guy.
Stephen Baldwin, but am I crazy? Is it Kylie Minogue who is like one of the female leads in an acting role?
I don't remember. I just remember it was these two idiots, crazy.
And we talk Biodome on this podcast.
Pauly Shore.
It's not his best work, but it's one of his better movies.
Oh, it just that he had several in a row around that time that were just ridiculous. Weasel. Anyways,
Weasel.
If you know, you know.
Wheezing the juice.
That's right. No more wheezing the juice. All right. Injury report. Octagon Jr. Very, very roughed up. Not in great condition. Obviously could not perform tonight. We'll have to wait and see where that goes. Tessa, I didn't quite understand because they actually had an article in the news in the website about her injury, and I'm not real familiar with the TMJ, just to put the initials on it. Something about something with the jaw. Something about the jaw getting messed up or something. But they showed this slap from the other show that Arianna Grace slapped her so hard, damn, almost knocked her head off. I was like, oh my God, Arianna Grace is a badass. She doesn't know her own strength. Holy shit. So, and then they showed Tessa like holding her jaw, like messing with it. Like, okay, there's something wrong. So, so she did not perform on the show tonight and was replaced by Victoria Crawford. We'll get to that in a bit. Maclin, on the other hand, for positive news, is he is cleared for this episode to defend his TNA International Championship. There we go. Great shirt right there. Front towards enemy. Good old Maclin. So there's the injury report brought to you by Bioflex. There we go. Ash by Elegance coming out and facing Léi Yǐng Lee. And absolutely loved this match. A lot of knockouts on the show. And great to see several segments, a few different matches. What'd you guys think about Ash versus Lee?
That was a good match. It was a good win for Léi Yǐng.
Yes.
I'd like to see her push more. So it's good that we're seeing her go in the direction of facing Masha.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to see bigger things for the Elegance team, though. I don't know, man. I love a good joke team, but I feel like they're a legit threat.
Oh,
They're champs.
I think it's coming. I think it's coming because their numbers are growing.
Yeah,
and that's a sign right there. So,
are we gonna get our first women faction of TNA? Has there ever been one? There's been teams, but never.
Well, the Beautiful People had 3 members when Lacey was in there.
Oh yeah,
and Madison, but they weren't in there at the same time.
Yeah,
it was always 3.
Maybe I guess that would count.
Yeah.
Really,
sure.
Yeah. So yeah.
So it was rare, but yeah, it counts. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense if we're going into NXT versus TNA. Then would that be interesting to see a female faction roll?
They have a lot of women factions.
They do.
Yeah.
Over at NXT.
NXT's loaded with them.
It feels like it.
Between teams and
like they're all like 3. They're all like 2 and
what do they got? Trios title? Sorry.
No, not yet.
No, I'm not even.
Oh wait, here we go. Critical Sting.
But that was
a
trio too.
For Entourage erasure.
Oh, Entourage. Okay.
Oh,
so I'm wrong. I was gonna say, the only female stable since PMS, right? But that was WWE.
PMS.
Really, you don't remember?
I'm racking my brain.
Terry Reynolds, Jacqueline, me, and occasionally Ryan Shamrock. Split second Ryan Shamrock. If you don't know who that was, it was Ken Shamrock's sister.
No, that one. I missed that one.
It was the 90s, bro.
Yeah, I guess the Dollhouse.
If you ever wonder how long I've been watching wrestling, it's been a long time.
Oh, so that one wasn't even in TNA.
No, that was a WWE thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, what?
I was gonna say originally that there were no female factions outside of PMS, but then I was like, wait, I'm totally wrong because it's been like 3 decades since.
There you go.
Now, do you think at some point the Elegance brand, other than the Iceman as the personal concierge, add a dude to Elegance? Will there be a dude Elegance?
Oh, no.
No?
There's only room for one man in that faction, and that's the Iceman, okay?
Yep.
The concierge.
He brings it. He completes them.
They don't need a muscle faction when they got that boy willing to do anything.
He's got the dance moves.
Get the win.
Literally. Yeah. I mean, he's even gotten in the ring with them, for crying out loud. So yeah, props to Iceman.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good or bad he was. He was there. He did it. So
what was it, Kyle with a C, or what? What was that one team that had the photographer guy?
Oh, you're talking with a K.
Kyle with a K?
Caleb
with a K.
Caleb Conley.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry.
And he was with, I forget.
I get their names because there was who was it? The Australian girls had a name, and then the other team was like Madison and
yes.
Oh yeah. Geez. But they was I always got them mixed up because they had very similar names.
Oh yeah, the two
was
girls.
It Madison and Tennille at the time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Before Tennille left to go back to WWE. And then it was someone else briefly. Anyway, we're getting off. We're sorry.
Era.
You're
walking down memory lane here. Sorry, guys.
Oh my god, the influence. There you go, Sting.
The influence.
It wasn't even that long ago.
The inspiration and the influence. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
As you can tell, not a lot of creative juices flowing on those ones.
Fun stuff. All right. But yeah, great match between these two. Big win for Léi Yǐng Lee. And out comes the so my first thought is, I'm like, oh, she just pinned one half of the Knockouts tag team champions. So where does that go? Apparently nowhere, because
this is what you missed from Under Siege. Because Masha, after her win at Under Siege against Victoria Crawford, called out and said, hey, I want to give. Been impressed by Léi Yǐng Lee and give her a shot at the title.
Okay.
And then Sheriff Stone, otherwise known as Robbie Bro E, came out and said, well, you can't just get a title shot. You got to prove yourself. And this was her prove yourself match.
Okay. I got you. Okay. I think I saw part of that. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. So then Masha comes out and she's like, I'll see you at Against All Odds. And it's like, oh, great. So yeah, really looking forward to these two. Two different styles, but two, really badass knockouts. So very excited about that. We get to the Trick Williams portion of the episode. They show the clip from Tuesday. We already kind of discussed that. And then they show a little promo that he cut backstage somewhere. We'll say just via satellite.
Via satellite.
Saying he's so sorry. He's so sorry he can't be there. He's like, but there's no way in hell I would be there in person, because he's like, they wouldn't get me a first class ticket. It was coach.
First class.
He's like, I gotta bring my entourage. They weren't gonna fly like that. He's like, so no, there's no way I'm gonna be there. So yeah, so he's coming up with all these excuses. It's funny. And let's talk about it. All right. Well, we're talking about it. But yeah, so just a reminder: next Tuesday he's facing off in NXT on the CW versus Mike Santana defending his TNA title. So very exciting stuff there.
Speaking of the CW, J-Bone.
Yes.
Do they ever still have the Frog show up doing bumpers? You know what I'm talking about?
That was like what do you call
that was on the CW, wasn't it? Or was that the WB? Am I confusing my?
I think that's the the WB.
Animated frogs showing up on TV.
That was representing the frog that used to be in the Bugs Bunny cartoons. Hello, my baby. Hello, my.
The WB frog.
God, I'm
the
so
WB frog.
Old.
Bring them back. Is it WB? That's not even a station anymore, is it?
No, but they own Paramount.
Paramount.
Yeah, hence the Paramount streaming service. Oh my God, we're just all over the place. All right, Old Mancer in action. Mance Warner versus, I'm guessing he's a local kid, Bryse Hansen. Bryse Hansen looked like he was like fresh out of middle school. Barely peach fuzz on his face. I was like, oh my God.
Barely peach fuzz.
I was like, who is this kid? My goodness. Good luck to him. So yeah, Manser takes care of him in pretty short fashion. And then there's a whole lot of, I think the makeout session was actually longer than the match itself, guys. Which is fine. It's comical because Steph DeLander's all over him. So this is the Mance era, by the way, just in case you didn't know.
It is. Well, is it the Mance era or the Mance DeLander era?
Well, the shirt said his outfit said Mance era. But then big picture wise, it's Mance the Lander. So yeah.
All right, and then I just want to circle back a little bit
Okay.
because I know I'm not 100% wrong on this whole WB CW thing.
Uh-oh.
Because the WB network ended, and then it merged with what the also ending. What was the other network around that time? Because it was crazy around that time, television. Because we're always talking about the TV deals and stuff like that. But it was like UPN and CW and WB merged to become
Oh yeah.
CW.
UPN, yeah.
UPN and WB became the CW. So there is a connection. WB, in essence, is that's why, like, because I knew it became something. It replaced the local station. So,
Okay.
like, technically, CW is where the WB station used to be in my area.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just, okay. So then, Raywald and Hannafin, thank you in the chat. They're so upset about Trick not being there live with the championship.
I like that.
And they're so fired up. They had to censor Hannafin because he cursed, and then he apologized. He's like, "I'm sorry, I got so upset." So yeah. Well, he's usually pretty
Hannafin after my own heart.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're trying to be all PG now, so
yeah.
But that's how the commentator should act. Like, where's the champ? Why isn't he here?
I like a surprise swear word here and there. They're human, for Christ's sake. Adults.
Yeah. Yes. They're upset. And they're not the only ones that are upset. If you noticed, Wrestle Talk had a really good interview with the Nemeth brothers, and that was a very touchy subject of talking about the new champ. And man, Nemeth brothers not happy that the title went somewhere else. Well,
I don't know if our boy Nick can be throwing stones at that glass house.
Well, I mean that's what he said.
His early run here was he wasn't at all the tapings.
Well, I mean that's different from what. Well, attendance. No, well, he wasn't referring to attendance. He was referring to the
an
fact
outsider.
That someone outside has the championship. Yeah, he wasn't talking about being there. As in,
I consider it being there. If you're from another company, but you show up, I'm fine with it.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's to get more heat on them.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like
that's what it's all about. Well, because we're having Santana and Trick, and they don't want Trick to overshadow everybody with that chant and him being over when he's not the face,
right,
or not the complete face.
It's funny because he's like, "I'm gonna take all your fans," and it's like, and you look, hey, both reactions when they come out, it's powerful. Everyone sings the Joe Hendry song, and everyone screams, whoop that Trick. It's you got two very popular guys, love them or hate them, So yeah, Mance beats Bryse Hansen. What do we got next here? Promo for Rosemary, saying she's got one more challenge for Zaya Brookside, and because she sees that basically Zaya Brookside, she can see her starting to crack and turn to the dark side, if you will, thinking Star Wars language, and then says that they're gonna have a Monsters Ball match. Now, is that on this next episode, I think is what they said.
Yeah, they advertise next week, and it will be on next week.
Okay.
Monsters Ball.
What do you guys think about? Yeah, Zaya Brookside. Happy little Zaya Brookside in a Monsters Ball match. Go ahead, Alicia. What do you think?
I feel like Zaya's been in a hardcore match before. Anyway, normally I don't criticize the Rosemary and the whole Undead Realm thing, but what's going on here? Like, I guess I don't understand it. So because she uses weapons and fights a little dirty, she's coming to the dark side. Like, dude, everybody, like, you're wrestlers. Your whole job is to kick each other's asses. Like,
but do it in a very spirited and level and
I guess I just don't buy
way.
it because there's nothing else more to it going on. It just feels very one-dimensional. I'm very critical on this because I feel like they've never really let us down with the Undead Realm. It's always been very rich with lore and the writing and stuff, and this is just kind of like, I know it might not even be that, but even Rosemary is like, really, girl? This is all you got? This it? It's like just kind of like how I was really disappointed with the Josh Alexander heel turn, because it's just like, really, that was it? That's all you had? It's just a ball kick?
Yeah.
The old ball kick.
Well, yeah, and because he was such a beloved.
I mean, Zaya's not even tripping out, not having crazy conversations with herself backstage to even slightly indicate that Rosemary's gotten to her. She's like normal, and then, I picked up a belt. I guess I got to use it. Like, I don't know. It's corny. Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. No, don't apologize.
Get the switch.
It's just corny.
Switch. I think it's kind of like it's like a temptation thing, like, pushing her to the point of, let's see if we can.
I understand what they're attempting. The problem is they're not. I mean, I guess if you like basic writing, you're getting to the point, but I expect a little bit more considering what I've been given as far as this character and everything preceding her.
The ultimate insult. Be like, you basic.
You basic. Is that pumpkin spice? Are you a Tim Burton goth? Jesus.
Oh, God.
That is an insult, too, by the way, because Tim Burton is corny.
Oh, go
take it from a goth.
He just happens to like colors. Reached his peak at Ed Wood.
If.
I'm really not much of a Tim Burton fan.
I liked the Batman that he did because visually I thought that was pretty good, but that's about it.
Yeah, 1990 Batman. My guy Mike Keaton.
Was that the first? Did he do like the first two?
Okay.
Yeah, he did the first two.
Okay.
Batman and Batman Returns.
And then it started.
I like industrial goth Tim Burton, not whimsical goth Tim Burton. Okay. Got it. All right. I figured it out.
There we go. All right. Like we talked Batman and Superman in the same
like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, Tim Burton. Like
listen.
Tim Burton
horrible.
I like to pretend that movie doesn't exist.
There's only Gene Wilder.
They even made a more recent one, and that doesn't exist.
It was kind of like
the Wonka well.
It was like
only
a prequel.
Only Gene Wilder understood the assignment.
He did. He was brilliant. Mm-hmm. And he was from Wisconsin. Just saying.
There you go.
I always thought he was British because he was always in... Maybe I got him confused with the guy from Monty Python.
Young Frankenstein, one of the best.
Yes. Steen.
Frankenstein. Brooker.
Robin Hood, Men in Tights will always be the best. Mel Brooks.
There you go.
All right, moving on. Back
And
to
I
the
like
show.
Robin and Men in Tights, but
I'm turning into
I
a
don't
moldy
know.
pumpkin here.
All right. So next week, Monsters Ball. Can't wait.
Get your ticket to the ball.
Yes, absolutely. And there's been all this like conversations about, all right, no bleeding. All right, well, we'll see what happens.
Oh, no bleeding, and then right away books a monster ball. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, TNA. Sure, no bleeding, no bleeding.
I cringe to think what Xia Brookside's going to look like at the end of this, or both. But
I think
we'll
the
see.
twist is going to be Xia was the ultimate evil all along.
It just took
it would explain all the awkward and how she can't really find her niche. You know what I mean? And really, it was just an act.
And it just took
to learn
the long
to be
game.
she played the best friend game. How she was suddenly Steph DeLander's best friend when she was dating PCO, and how suddenly she was so close with everybody. It's just friendly
She
old
had 'em
Xia.
right where she wanted 'em.
No one would expect that the friendly old Xia Brookside would be the evil incarnate.
But then
they wouldn't dare.
You can only hope.
Dare.
But then she has to change her entrance theme, and everyone loves her entrance theme. We'll see what happens.
Oh, her 2000s pop punk.
Simple plan.
Simple plan. Yellow card.
Something, yeah.
Pop
punk. I'm a sucker for some pop punk. I gotta admit.
Big Sum 41 fan. You huge on the Avril Lavigne?
No, not so much Avril Lavigne. More shit, I can't remember their name.
It's okay. It was sarcasm. I didn't need an answer.
J-Bone's not a skater boy.
I'm not a skater boy.
You didn't, so see you later, boy.
See you later.
Right?
Damn it, Alicia.
No, I don't want to be a writer. They can just listen to my ideas and take them. I don't care. I don't need credit.
Right? There you go.
Plagiarize me. I don't care.
All right. Then we got the footage. Okay, so I did write it here, but we mentioned this earlier. The Nemeth brothers putting out the first pitch of the Arizona Diamondbacks game. Next, we got the tag team match. Santino Marella and his daughter, Arianna Grace, versus Robert Stone and replacing Tessa Blanchard because of the TMJ. Victoria Crawford. And to help the cause even more, we have the ring enforcer, or whatever they wanted to call her, special guest referee is Lish Edwards. Yeah.
Because we had a very well-known, a different referee in this match, J-Bo.
Oh, yes. And Jimmy Corderas. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. And, it was good to see him. You know, I haven't seen him in a ring in a long time. I know he's got a podcast, and I know he's got some opinions that some people like, some people don't like. But whatever. It was great to see him, you know.
Who would think you do a podcast and you get opinions? Some people like and some don't.
Oh, my God, Bill.
I thought everybody liked everyone's opinions.
That's what I thought. I thought, you know, it's 2012, 2013. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. What the hell was I getting into? Look where I am now.
There you go.
I love it. I wouldn't change anything. I've had an amazing journey in podcasting. But what did you think of the podcast? Lord Almighty.
What do you think of the podcast?
What do you think of my podcast? What did you think about this match? Jiminy Christmas.
Boy, J-Bone.
I need a nap.
I seeing obviously Santino and his daughter together, wrestling here. It's good to see. You could definitely tell like they were really enjoying this moment. But obviously shenanigans ensued with that team. Robert Stone causing all kinds of problems. And I just got to say once again, what a joy Victoria Crawford has been. Like just watching her little nuanced things like outside the ring and all like that. She's very good at what she does. But obviously through that, they sadly Santino and Arianna do not get the win. But it's already official, J-Bone. 1v1 with Tessa in one corner and Arianna in the other. It's going to be one-on-one Sheriff Stone versus Director of Authority at against all odds. So they're going to have to settle this. They didn't get to settle it this time, but they'll in Arizona, they're going to settle it.
So it's going to be Santino versus Robert Stone.
Yes.
All right. I'm down. And Mayor, thank you. Said don't forget about the 3 rules Sheriff Stone had before the match.
No Cobra.
No Cobra. That's the only one I remember, but if you remember the other 2, go
That's
ahead.
the one that mattered.
It is, because the man Santino was pissed. He's like,
"No, I'm Cobra-less. Cobra." Cobra needed Blue Chew
or something, yeah. But yeah, that's like I said, it's the only one. But yeah, and that's that kind of stuff is fun. I'm okay with that. You know, I don't look at it like, oh, do we have to see this? No, it's fun. They're characters. They're telling the story.
That's right. You can do that in wrestling.
Don't overthink it. Right? But and props to Jimmy Caderas for taking a bump outside the ring.
I'll tell you, the guy shows up to work a match and then he takes a bump.
Oh,
it's like, man. What did I sign up for?
Poor guy. Hope he got more than a hot dog and a handshake. He didn't even get to promote his podcast, Jiminy Christmas, like we do. All right. Now, okay, so to sum up the next promo that we see here, it's EY and Moose. So EY pinned Moose at Under Siege.
Correct.
So he gets a chance at the X Division Championship. And with all this other stuff going on, sometimes I think we forget, oh yeah, Moose has the X Division Championship, by the way.
Hell of a run.
Yeah, he's doing great. He is. I'll give him that. I mean, as far as someone different holding the title that's like out of the, let's say, norm of the championship, doing great. What the hell happened to Eric Young at the end of the promo? That was like he glitched or something.
He glitched.
He was walking off camera. He stopped. Look, he does this. He stops, looks dead into the, breaks the fourth wall, backs up, turns straight, looks up and goes. He almost pulls a gold dust, but he didn't do the whole thing, but he's like, and then just, and then walks off. And it's like, what the hell was that?
That was some creative freedom.
Was that just old school EY showing his chaotic, nutty self?
He's a world-class maniac, J-Bone.
He is. Thank you. The world, thank you. The title says it all. World-class maniac. So, yeah. There's people in the chat when I was watching that. I'm like I watched it back. I'm like, did I just see that? What the hell did he just do?
What does that mean?
What does it mean? What is he doing? It was a little disturbing, to be honest. But anyways, we'll get that match next week. Kind of old school. I'm down with it because Eric Young was a X Division champion at one point, wasn't he? Like way back? Or am I thinking of like just people he ran with?
That's a good question.
He's had like every title imaginable. Not every title. He'd have like the Legends title or nothing like that. But
he may have had that.
He stole it from Booker T. No, I don't know. He's been tag team champion.
Yeah, one time X Division champion.
One time? Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Well, hey, could be 2 time. We'll see.
Could be 2 time.
Because, well, it's funny because you look at Moose and this whole run, and you're like, well, all these multi-man matches, what the hell is it going to take to beat a guy like Moose? Mm-hmm. And then you got a veteran TNA roster member like Eric Young. And it's like, oh, maybe, does he get dethroned on TNA Impact next week? Randomly? I mean, there's a lot of changes going on in the company right now. Look, we got a world champ that's not even from our company. I wouldn't be shocked, Bill. What do you think? Just take the system out of the equation and just look at 1v1. What do you think? Because does Eric Young have a chance?
Does Eric Young have a chance? Obviously, with Eric Young's resume, you got to say he's got a chance.
Oh, hell yeah.
But, me, I've been sticking to my guns. I think the only thing that's going to take that belt off of Moose is the first ever X Division champion returning to bring glory back to that division. Even though I believe Moose has had a glorious run, but that would be a phenomenal changing of the guard.
Oh, you mean AJ?
AJ.
Wow.
The first X Division champion comes back, the right to ship. It feels too natural. If it's on the table. That's what I call selling tickets to a show. You give me Moose and AJ Styles.
That is what you call getting the most out of this partnership.
That would be.
And that's
like, I guess the only thing that would get fans more excited is probably like the dream match of Joe Hendry versus John Cena. But my dream match would be Moose and AJ Styles.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. It's kind of like how you look at WrestleMania 3 and you look at, okay, what do people talk about the most? There's the body slam, and then there's the other match that's Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat was like the one that really stole the show. You see what I went there? Yeah. It's got that same effect. Moose versus AJ is the Ricky Steamboat versus Macho Man. So, yeah, I feel like it's gotta happen. It would be an amazing. AJ's he's still great. He can still go in the ring. He's in like some of the best shape of his life right now. He's fit, he's got all this muscle mass, so it's like, but he's not really doing nothing right now. I feel like he's kind of spinning his wheels. I know there's like mumblings of him becoming part of another faction right now, but I don't see it happening. We'll see.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you look at like what they're doing with Trick. Like, he's already on like the WWE roster page with the TNA title.
That's
Like,
crazy.
he's wearing the TNA belt on the WWE roster page. Are you telling me AJ Styles on the WWE roster page with the X Division belt on his shoulder wouldn't be something? Like, that would be a nice little slammiversary through. It'd be great to be through BFG, but even if it's shorter, I think that would be fantastic for both brands.
About 6 months ago, and it might still be there, but I don't go on the roster page much. They show, you got like 4 or 5 across, and you scroll down the page, and then you got like a picture of so and so and a picture of so and so, like from an event, a live picture. You like dispersed sporadically throughout the page to kind of break it up, There was a picture of Joe Hendry in the midst of the WWE roster page from a live event. So, not listed on the roster, but the picture was there amongst everyone else. So yeah, it would be a welcome surprise, but not shocking, So yeah. All right. Next, back to Team Elegance. But now apparently because of what happened in the match, Ash, was not going to be available for this segment. So they put it on. Heather by Elegance, and then
and the Iceman.
Yeah, the Iceman's there too, and they've got a new. What I thought, because the promo says it's like a new product placement, a new, I'm like, oh, so they're going to be advertising. I'm thinking back to that one of the first segments where they dumped like champagne all over her, and you were like just inches behind her, and one of those kind of things. I'm thinking that's going to happen. Like, there's going to be a new bottle of. Well, there was a bottle of bubbly with Ash's picture on it, so I feel like they zoomed in on it at the end, and I'm like, I feel like they skipped over it or something. I don't know, but anyways. But they went right into this. The newest member is Alicia. No, the newest member is M by Elegance, and I'm like M.
Really?
Yeah,
they couldn't let her just use Maggie.
Well, because her name's Maggie, so I'm thinking the whole time it's going to be like Margaret by Elegance, something,
or May even
something, yeah, but just M. It's interesting, yeah, or EMM to spell, like short for short for Emma, or I don't know anything, but whatever. It's M by Elegance.
M is elegant.
She is. They show the new Maggie
Dr.
Lee.
Finkelstein. He does it again.
Oh my goodness! The hair, the makeup, the dress, pure elegance.
Botox.
Botox. What did you guys think of the new M?
Fits par for the course, right?
I think so.
If you're gonna be with the Elegance brand, you gotta be elegantized.
Is that a word?
No.
You got to get
it
the
is-
makeover,
well,
J-Bone.
It is
You
now.
want to be elegant.
Elegantized. I like it. It's put it in the Urban Dictionary. All right. You heard it first here. But then we get a nice surprise, a little interruption, if you will, from two of the newest knockouts on the roster, Myla Grace and Harley Hudson. And they come out and I forget what the heck they were saying, but they were just, making a funny little
Making an
speech.
impact.
They were like, "Oh, we're gonna make an impact," but I'm bummed. And then they ended up putting they had the glasses of champagne and they put it in Maggie's face. I can't say M. I gotta say Maggie.
Yeah.
And so it's just easier.
That's those $8,000 bottles of champagne.
Oh yeah, yeah. And so
Sure.
straight, threw it in her face. Maggie's like, oh, it's in her hair, it's in her face. That's like melt. Yeah, exactly. So funny reaction there. So I feel like these two are going to have a match against them soon. It's a great way to really get them going on the roster. Do I think they're going to take the titles? No, but it's a great way to really, hey, boom, we're here.
Yeah.
Make an impact. That's how you do it. So yeah, I can't wait to see what's next for these two.
Should be good.
Yeah. Main event time. Very excited about this match. TNA International title. Guys, this match was 10 times better than what I expected it to be. And it just showed how good Matt Cardona still is. And it's not an insult. Please don't take it that way. It's just you think of him in a certain comedic way and you kind of forget him being a serious wrestler with his some of his slightly comedic wrestling moves, like the leg over the, I forget what the hell it's called. What the hell is that finisher called?
Radio silence.
Yeah. There we go. Radio silence. And so yeah, just I love this match. What'd you guys think of this main event?
Wow. It's all about Maclin on this run here. And especially now with Trick as the world champ. You got now Maclin with that. That's why this international title, that was a key for them to kind of have this belt now, because he's now the main guy, the TNA guy with a belt. So that definitely puts him in a unique position here.
Right.
Defeating Cardona here, who obviously near the end was trying to use the belt in the match. It backfires on him. But no, like Maclin, ever since the tournament to win it at Unbreakable and his early defenses, he's been doing a great job with this belt. And we kind of saw him. He was going to be elevated back into the main event scene, back to world title contender. I got to imagine his run with this belt ends with him taking that belt back. Like he will be world champ again. I'm not going to say it might not be this year. It might be towards the end of this year. But by this time next year, I think we're going to be seeing another Steve Maclin title run.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's at the top of his game right now. He's better now than he was when he was world champion.
Yeah, and he's got the fans behind him too.
Yeah.
Alicia, what do you think?
Bill said it best. I feel like it was a good match, good showcase. I feel like Maclin's due for another chance at the belt, and so what a good way to start stocking him up. But Matt Cardona also is peak performance too. So I think as long as we get a wide net going, we'll have a pretty viable contender pool going. So
Oh yeah, yeah. To get, several guys on top of the heap going for it. And also the way Matt Cardona took his move set and used it best to go after someone who was just cleared for a head injury.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
figure.
Kicked him in the head how many times while he was down in the corner, and all these moves. So yeah, it was very well done, very well done. Because that's how I reacted during the live reaction. I'm like, oh god, there goes his head, and made you even believe for a moment, hey, Steve may be giving up the title here because of the head injury. We'll see. And
Quick
then,
question. Quick
go ahead.
question though. At the end of the match, did your TV like mess up?
Glitched, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah. So like it went to thanks for watching real quick,
Yep.
right after he was holding up the title,
to a pro.
and then wait about 5 seconds, and then it did a rewind to the end of the match, where Steve Maclin's going, the Tommy Dreamer thing kind of.
Yeah.
How he does that, and then runs, and then boom, and then he's done. And then walks around with the title again, and I'm like, okay, they're replaying this. This is just a glitch, whatever it is. And then it showed, like they cut it. They knew they cut it too early. They were like, oh shit, we got to rewind.
Yeah, Tom was like mid-sentence.
Yeah. And then they show Mike Santana backstage talking about how he's going to go to NXT and get the title back. And I'm like,
Yeah.
there's your finish. There's your finish. That's good. You put the bullet point at the end of the sentence. There you go. Put the period at the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
He said that title's coming home on Tuesday. So,
Ooh,
I mean,
big words.
It's powerful stuff. I mean, you as a fan, you want to see the belt come home, but as a longtime wrestling fan, you're like, there's no way it's going to happen a week later.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
They got to play it out. There's going to be someone.
It's very rare that they do something like that with a major championship that quick.
Yeah.
Very rare. And I'm trying to think of an example, and
it's very few.
I can't think of any.
I can tell you that
I'm sure it's out there. Yeah. So, but I feel like Trick's way too good to do that too. You know what I mean? He's a hell of an athlete, great promo, and he's a pretty doggone good heel too. So I'm okay with, as much as some people are like, oh no, this is shit. I'm down with it. I'm excited to see where this is going. Let Trick hold on to it. He's a hell of an athlete. It's a hell of a push for him. Even though he's got a title from another company, that's a push. I don't care what you call it. So
yeah.
Any last thoughts? We'll wrap this up.
None from me.
No, well, just that. Pretty much in one night, we had them put together nearly the entire card for Against All Odds.
Yeah.
So, that's some hella booking right there with some quick turnaround time with some of these shows.
For sure.
But it's shaping up to be a pretty nice card right now. So,
and
especially with going back and forth with the NXT stuff as well. So that's why you're getting like either or versus type matches. So, but it's looking good.
So, believe it or not, looking at the page for Arizona's Against All Odds, excuse me, real quickly, Friday, June 6th, we got, the winner of Trick Williams versus Mike Santana is going to face Elijah. Can't wait for that. Masha Slamovich versus Léi Ying Lee. We got Santino Marella versus Robert Stone with the girls in the corner. Joe Hendry versus Frankie Kazarian. There we go. That's keeping Joe relevant. Nemeth versus the Rascalz for the Tag Team Championship. And last but certainly not least, for the TNA International Championship, Steve is defending again against Mance Warner. I cannot wait to see that one. So there you go. You already got 6 matches, and they might add another, 1 or 2?
Oh, yeah, you got to have the Hardys.
Well, yeah, they're going to be back on U.S. soil, so I'm sure they're going to face off against someone. We'll see. Yeah, so, yeah,
We shall
great.
see.
Against all odds, next Saturday. Be there. Mullet Arena. All right. Thanks for joining, folks. On your way out, you know what to do. Smash that like button. Smash that sub button. Ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of our content hits your screen. We're out of here, folks. We'll see you guys next week. And, yeah, definitely can't miss NXT on Tuesday. So we'll see you guys then. Take care.